Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, it's yours truly. It's the 28-year-old piece of gold, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW Wrestling Tribal Chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flash in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's Wrestling, Isaac Hayes, King Two Code in the building, bro. What's going on?
Man, I'm the one over here on the IPAs, man. You got the slur in your voice. But what's
Man,
good, dog, Pepe?
oh man, chilling. Man, yeah, bro. I lost. I forgot what I was for a second. I forgot where I was and who I was. I'm like, oh
Ooh,
shit.
man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as my man already, so eloquently said that, welcome to the Wednesday night Dynamite review show. Of course, man, I'm your host, man, the King himself. Man, yo, let's kick this thing off, man, because right now we got Johnny Hungy and Reynolds in the ring with Chris Jericho and Daniel Garcia for the main event. But we started off the show with the return of that dude, CM Punk, going up against Dax Harwood. Nice one-on-one match. Again, I like seeing tag teams get one-on-one opportunities, see guys, see what they can do by themselves. Dax definitely held his own. CM Punk being CM Punk, you definitely see him starting to get a groove back. Uh, excuse me. Obviously, he's a little older. Some things just it is what it is. But for the most part, yo, man, CM Punk is he's doing what he's doing what he can, and he's getting better. But it was good to see him after 2 weeks. After that dog collar match he had with MJF, which he won. But franchise bro, what did you think of this match, man? Punk's return going up against Dax.
Yeah, man. Hey, yo. Hey, like you said, it is what it is. He's getting a little older now, but hey, he made it very clear, man. He coming for a belt. Which belt he coming for? We don't know. But he made it clear, man. That's his mission, CM Punk. That's Hardwood. It was a nice little surprise to see this match happen. I think this is the first time we've seen CM Punk since Revolution, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, man, to see the best in the world come out and do his thing against one of the best in the world. Dax Harwood, yeah, bro. You won't see me complaining. I feel like this was the best match, man, that you could have had starting this thing off. So I ain't mad at it at all.
Man, for sure, man. Like I said, man, great way to start the show off, man. The crowd was definitely into it, man. Great back and forth. Then of course, man, we had Jericho cut his little promo. Of course, on the main event that they're having now. Then of course, made to mention that we don't see Santana Ortiz or Eddie Kingston, but where are they at? They don't know where they're at, but obviously we know they're gonna show back up. Then next up, man, we get that 8-man tag match, man. that just kind of just started on fire and really didn't really let up. It really kind of it kind of had a not a stall moment, but it was kind of like a little bit of a slowdown. But it was building right back up to something else, man. And that match
Right.
I'm talking about is that Sting and Darby Allin teaming up with the Hardys, going up
Yeah.
against Private Party and Butcher and the Blade. Uh, First and foremost, man, Darby Allin. Look, I love when my dude just bullets himself. I mean, bullet himself
Yeah.
out the ring and just launch his body right into somebody, man. And then especially to do it into the Butcher, he just caught it. But and then we get Sting. He almost failed, but once again, this 63-year-old, because he just had a birthday. This now 63-year-old decides, you know what, man? I jumped off the rail on top of the table. I'm gonna do the turnbuckle too. So he jumps off the turnbuckle, man. So it's just like, you know what? If this is how they're gonna start the thing off, well then fuck it. Let's go. Let's do it, man. So
Why not? Why not?
why not, man? So we got the chaos of that. They kind of go all over the place for a minute. Then they work their way up. It was actually Butcher and the Blade and Darby Allin. Of course, they work their way up. We get the spot, where the Hardys and not the Hardys. It was Jeff and Sting and Darby Allin. They got the advantage on Butcher and Blade. And then of
Mhm.
course, man, we saw the spot where we're like, man, what else can Jeff Hardy do? What else can he jump off of to
Right,
do a
right, right.
swanton bomb? And he found the window seal of the damn building. Like I'm not, I don't even like what were they doing? Were they just walk? Was he just walking around the concourse all day, just wondering, like, man, I wonder where I can just jump off and do a swanton bomb. Like,
I'm getting the
hey, can I get a
feeling.
ladder? I want to go up here and see what this looks like. And like, like I just want to know that.
Well, as you see, they made sure to give them a table that breaks because AEW is known for their tables not breaking. So I'm just glad that nobody got their back broke.
Hey, look, I'm not even mad. Now look, considering what happened with Jeff Hardy and how that all went out and the backlash they took, I have no problem with the table with it being the setup table for the merchandise. So you had the boxes and stuff underneath it or whatever. I don't care for it. I don't even mind that I saw that. You know why? Because that lets me know that you were being protective of the
Right, right,
wrestler.
right.
You were going to do the spot, but you were being protective because you didn't want another mishap of what happened before. And even that wasn't on purpose. They thought they had it, but they just jumped a little too hard. But this was on point. It was fine. It was Jeff Hardy being Jeff Hardy. Then of course, Private Party. They tried to get the advantage, but Sting he kind of botched it at the end. He kind of botched it with the reversal. I mean, I
Yeah.
saw what they were trying to do, but if he could have landed on his feet, and I think that would have went better for him. But other than that, man, franchise. What did you think of this 8-man tag match, man?
Yeah, man, dude. I thought it was cool. I liked it, man. I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. I mean, come on, you gotta stay. I'm just trying to figure out where they're gonna go with Darby Allen. Looks like they're possibly gonna do something, man. An angle with either the Hardys and Sting and Darby Allen, or an angle with Jeff Hardy and Sting. And if that is the case, if I'm not, excuse me, not Jeff Hardy and Sting, Jeff
I
Hardy
can
and
see the
Darby Allen.
Hardys. Yeah, I can
You
see
know
the
what I'm
Hardys
saying?
doing something.
But yeah, dude, I'm really excited to see how this plays out. I mean, dude, I texted you. When Jeff Hardy hit that swan, I'm like, yo, bro, Jeff is insane. Like Jeff going nuts. Jeff is in his what, early to mid 40s now, still hitting
Yeah,
swan
early
songs
mid
from
40,
40
I think
feet in
like
the air.
42, 43. Yeah,
Yeah, so
right,
I mean, this guy's been doing swan times for the last 30 years and still hitting them clean too. Sting again. I, you know, dude.
63, 63,
I
man.
I
That's all I
I
got to
never
say.
recalled Sting being a high flyer. Now I know Sting, he had the stinger splash. He had a
Mm,
couple of moves he did. Very sparingly once upon a time, but not to the point that when he's 63, I can see Jeff Hardy trying to leg drop at 63. You don't expect to see Sting jumping off the
no,
top turnbuckle to the outside of
no,
63. That's like watching
no.
Ric Flair. Okay, Ric Flair might did it one elbow drop off the second rope. You don't expect to see Ric Flair at 70 trying to do an elbow drop off the second rope. But Sting, bro, Sting is defying. Sting is proving WWE wrong. And I'm
Right.
so glad that we're getting to see this version of Sting, because Sting, he was out of wrestling for a while before he hit WWE. Then after his injury scare, he was out of wrestling again before AEW. So to see Sting still showing that he can go, man, you know what? Sign me up, man. I'm enjoying every minute of this, and I like how when Sting first came to AEW, he really didn't do much. He was just kind of there, and now it seems like they got trust in Sting and his body and what he can do, and you start to see a little bit more of him, but it don't take away from Darby Allin at all.
No, because they don't overdo it. Like, yeah, you see him, but he's a supporter. Like that's what
Yeah,
he's there to be. I have no problem with the veterans being a supporter, to the younger guys and helping them look good and helping them build up. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I have no problem with Christian Cage is doing with Jurassic Express. Like I have no problem with that. But again, still seeing Sting at 63 go up there and it just I mean, he was moving kind of fast, but he was moving a little too
yeah,
fast. It got shaky when he got up there, boy. I'm like, oh, hold on now, hold on, Sting, man. You got it, you got it. Don't like, please don't let go. Okay, it worked out, but yeah, the move
right,
at
right.
the end kind of kind of got it, but it was it is what it is. Like I say, really good match. Next up, man, we got FTR. They cut a promo. They basically dogging out the Billy's kids. That's what they're calling them. They're calling them Billy's kids.
Billy's kids.
Uh, and they're gonna have a match with them next week. And then after that, man, we got another brutal beatdown. Not a bad showing from the Varsity Blondes, but at the same time, uh, another beatdown by John Moxley and Bryan Danielson. Bro, the match was what it was. The Blackpool Brigade. I'm liking it. I'm liking it because that's
Yeah,
hey, when he said that, I'm like, damn, the Blackpool Brigade. Yeah, I like that, man. That's who they are. All right, cool. because they about to whoop off in all types of ass. Bro, what did you think of Moxley's promo, and what did you think of the match?
I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but Moxley said, if you got the balls pretty much to step in the ring with us, to try to make your name with us, you better learn to fall in love with pain, because that's exactly what you're going to get, because we two of the most sadistic sons of bitches in this industry. So when he said that, he's letting you know. He's telling you right now, you want to make a name? Come on. We want to see who can hang and bang with us. Absolutely. We give you the time of day. Just know, if you bring your ass in this ring, you going to feel it. You going to hurt. And what's that theme song that boy Mark Henry said? Somebody gonna get their ass kicked. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. And then when you look at and that's just on Mox side. Mox is the wild, unhinged guy. That's the fighter. But then you go to the submission specialist. You go to the foot working machine. That guy man who can kick you from left to right with ease. That guy that can stretch you from Sunday to Sunday. That boy BRYAN Danielson. I mean, come on. And then, of course, you got that boy himself, Mr. Bare Knuckler, my guy, William Regal, my guy who was throwing them things all over the UK,
Right.
Hey, he's still an OG, too. You got to put some respect on his name, Lord Regal. So, dude, hey, I like this. I wasn't really sure where they were going with it at first, but, man, let me tell you. Somebody said this on the internet. I'm going to reiterate it. Somebody said, hey, if they get 2 more young guys, it could be Evolution vibes. I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it all. And they're eventually going to get that. A little earlier, we got Wheeler, Yoda Wheeler. I'm going ahead a little bit, but he looked like he may be one of those guys that may be moving over, to this new group, to the Blackpool Brigade. So I'm not kind of mad at it. I like you, Wheeler Yuta. He's pretty good. He's got something. So definitely want to see what they can do with him.
What up, Benjamin?
What's going on, Benjamin, man? But all right, man. Still another Smash Mouth victory for these two guys. Hey, I man, when it gets to the point where okay, now it's time for them to start fighting some real teams like the FTRs and the Pinnacle and and all these other teams. Yeah, man, we gonna really see what's up. Bro. Next up, man, we about to get to the most outrageous this guy has ever been. I feel like he just
bro.
I feel like he just really reached in his bag of disrespect tonight. Yeah, they do, bro. They do. But they still do better than what WWE does. MJF, man, MJF just man, he's calling people pigs, hillbillies, inbreed hillbillies. He's talking about Jesus. This dude was just, hey man, he was on one tonight. He was on one. Give me your thoughts, man.
Where do you begin, man? MJF. What is he now? 25, I believe.
Yeah, 24, 25, something like that.
This guy is definitely, man, an old soul in a young body. You talk about a heat magnet. You talk about a guy who understands the business. We had this conversation yesterday. We don't think that the Undertaker character or gimmick will work in this day and age with social media. Here's a guy in MJF who doesn't care to be liked on social media. MJF isn't a guy that you see on TV. Oh, he's this big scary man, this big asshole, and then you see him in person. He's going to shake your hand and shake, kiss babies. No, he gonna say "fuck your baby" to your face like he would on TV, and then he gonna look you in your face and dare you to do something about it. That's what I like about MJF. Now, what I will say, controversy creates cash. Sex sells and controversy creates cash. MJF, an openly Jewish man, of course, you in the deep South, you out there in Texas, God country, and what better way to piss off a whole bunch of conservatives?
Talk about Jesus. you talk about
or
the
Republicans, whichever way you want to go. But
you talked about the Holy Father.
You know, Democrat, Republican, conservative, non-conservative. Hey, guess what? Down
Hey
in the
man,
deep south,
hey.
especially in Texas, they love them some Jesus Christ. So for him to say what he said, I was like, yo. And then not only did okay. Not only did he mention Jesus, but the way he described what he would do to you, I was like, wow. I was like, God, MJF is on one tonight. And then when he started to talk about Warlord, he's like, I own you, pig.
Your little piggy, go play in your
Hey,
little playpen.
I
Go
don't
go
know.
relax for a while.
I don't know why. Uh, I don't know why that popped me as hard as it did. It could be the child that still resides in my spirit. But really quick, I don't. Hey, speaking of MJF, Fro says MJF saying uh, hanging his on the cross like this is too far, gets heat, but now the network and sponsor. How would the network and sponsors respond? Uh, okay,
I,
I would say this. I would imagine, and I could be wrong, because Tony Khan in USA, I mean not USA, excuse me, Tony Khan in
TNT,
AEW, yeah, AEW and
or
TNT,
TBS,
everybody,
whatever.
you know, they've had conversations about certain segments before. I don't see this as something that was said that wasn't ran by or brought up to a TBS TNT exec. I don't see this not being something that was clear. You know, I understand, you know, they're not scripted, but certain things, especially like this, I can't see this being something that was just said just to be said. I think, you know, MJF had to kind of run that one by TK, and TK kind of had to do his one too as well. But I think also at the same time, if you look at AEW, it's such a different product compared to what you see on a Monday Night Raw, because AEW from the jump, the mission statement has always been, this is for the hardcore fan. This isn't for the casual fan. So I think, okay, what's the
We're
understanding
18 and
with,
above.
yeah,
we're
what's the,
18 and above. We're for the
yeah,
adults. This ain't the kids.
what's the understanding with Turner, right? Are they more worried about the casual fan, or are they aligning themselves with Tony Khan's mission on bringing in that hardcore fan? Because the casual fan and the sponsors, if that's what you're worried about, that's a different story. But you know, it went a little far. But I don't, because it's MJF. It's like 50 Cent, right? You know, when you look at these rappers and entertainers, nobody else could say what they say and get away with it, what they get away with on social media and not get dropped. 50 people kind of understand, like 50's petty.
50, Donald Trump,
Yeah.
Dave
So that's
Chappelle.
that. So them,
It's
yeah,
just certain
yeah.
people that can just kind of say whatever they want to and just yeah, all
Uh,
right, they said
okay.
that.
Tuko, I want you to elaborate on that. And then Fro says there's no way they approved that line. That could be true. That
It
could
could.
be true.
Okay, so I could see them. I could see them saying something, but especially if that wasn't exactly the line. But I mean, I've heard worse. I've, I've I've heard people say worse.
Vince McMahon did have a dance battle with God one time.
I mean, man. I mean, yeah, right, right. I mean, come on, Vince is. So no, but with Turner or I could they've been letting AEW tiptoe past that line for so long, and really they don't really punish them too much anyway. It's like they like that a little bit aggressiveness. So yeah, it might have been a little bit much, but Fro man, they've been tiptoeing on that line all this time. You got to think about some of the other stuff that they've done, the matches they've had, the things that they said. Man, bro, look, it's adult oriented, and it tells you that this is not but that's the thing. It's not portraying itself to be kid friendly. It's letting you know off rip, like man, we professional wrestling.
Hey,
Like we talk shit and we say off the wall things and we do off the wall shit and you're
you
welcome.
know what's you know what's crazy? As I'm starting to think about, you know, TBS and TNT and their programming, I kind of had to think
Right.
about other shows that air on the network. You got like American Dad,
Eric and Dad.
Family Guy, you know. so I think to a degree it'll be a little hypocritical for the network or the
in a
sponsors to
way.
get mad at that, because if you look at what they say on American Dad or Family Guy and stuff like that, where that those shows are based off of political and racial and other and historic, like religious controversial topics. So I mean, I wouldn't make a habit of saying things like that on AEW, but I think for this, and I don't know, it's touchy. It's touchy, but that's why we're talking about
It's not that it's touchy. Think about it like this, man. If you can have an episode of something where a person is talking about, Jesus, or they're and they're talking about other religions and stuff like that, and in a way where, what I'm saying, they're against it, but it's like, ooh, man, y'all really pushed the envelope with that one, man. Like, people gonna say something about this. Like, you want people to react, but at the same time, it's never too disrespectful. It's just enough to cause a little ooh. That's all it was. It was enough to ooh, damn. Okay. All right. You got my attention with that. But
right.
yeah, it could go either way for a lot of companies or whatever. But I mean, it's no different than what you see in TV shows and stuff like that. So I mean, wrestling is a form of entertainment, regardless to what the company name is or what they do. It is that. So it has its rough edges, and AEW, TBS, TNT, the Turner Broadcasting Network, they see that there's something in it, and that's the reason why they're doing that. That they're okay with it to a degree. I'm sure they'll probably say a little something, but for the most part, man, I like you. I think they did kind of sign off on some of it. Maybe he kind of did and said a little more, but man, they'll work that over, and they'll continue to put on a great product. And TBS and them, they'll continue to show it, and they'll continue to get their ratings and their money, and it's all good. Like, I'm not worried. It's okay. It's MJF. Hell, next week he can come out and say something and be a sarcastic ass about it. But that's what a heel does. As long as and if the Turner people understand that, if they understand what this character is, like, it's no different than Roman Reigns. Now, Roman Reigns may not talk much about religion, but it ain't no different than him talking about missionary and all the other types of stuff that he talks about. So, I mean, it's a little more watered down on that side, but it's still, if they understand the character, you have a guy that's the asshole. He says the things that pisses people off, and that goes a little too far. And how many episodes of TV have you ever watched someone and someone says something just a little bit too far to somebody, man, and it has an effect? That's entertainment. And the crowd loved it. They loved it, man. They love to boo. That's come on, Fro. You of all people should know, man. If you a heel and you going out there, you may not say nothing like that, but you go out there and do something atrocious enough to where it makes people really boo you and really despise you.
Hey,
You're doing your job.
you
You're
want to know
doing your job.
you want to know what my go-to would be if I was a heel?
Oh man, I'm afraid to ask. I'm really afraid to ask. What?
Hey, your mom's a whore.
Oh shit! All right, man. Moving on. We moving on, man. We moving on to some good wrestling, man. Hey, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
let's
lie, man.
go.
This was the low key. This was the low key match of the night, man. For me,
Yeah.
Adam Cole and Jay Lethal, man. They put on a
Yes.
great show.
Yes.
I love how they brought up their history. J Cole being the double champion, the Ring of
J.
Honor
Cole.
TV and World Champion. Jay Lethal and then Adam Cole beating him, dethroning Jay Lethal of that lengthy title reign, and their history as a tag team, and then turning on each other. And just I like that, man. That little bit of history, man. It's that acknowledgement that these two guys ain't having a match for the first time ever. That these are guys that have battled each other and have put on great matches and have done things. And I like that. That's what I appreciate about AEW, man. It's acknowledging that these dudes have had wars and battles. We're not getting the, oh my God, the first time ever somebody you don't know or somebody else you don't know. No, man, these guys got history, man. So definitely gotta get that props there. But bro, Jay Lethal, Adam Cole. What did you think of this match, man?
Hey, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Adam Cole went over, which in the end was right. Uh, but well, hmm, I don't know. I don't know. I feel
I'm not
like
mad about I'm not mad about it because Jay Lethal looked great. It wasn't like
yeah,
he went out there and got his ass whooped. He looked it great. He kicked out of a lot of things that you didn't really think he would kick out of. I wouldn't have mind seeing him get the victory, but he looked it great in the
and,
match.
and that's my thing. That's what kind of makes it bittersweet for me because, like Fro said, and like you said, Jay Lethal, he didn't get squashed. He did look good. But I feel like he does need to get some wins because
Yeah.
you, the first thing you did was after the pay per view. I can't remember which pay per view it was. Was it wasn't Revolution? What was it? Full Gear, I believe it was when you debuted him.
Oh yeah, he fought
You
Sammy.
know, yeah, you debuted him, and then you had to go fight Sammy right away. And then I think he did like another match, and then he just was gone off TV. And then you bring him back with Adam Cole, who's been constantly on TV, and then he loses. I'm like, all right, whatever. But I, the way he lost, okay, cool. It wasn't like Adam Cole just straight just whooped his ass. I mean, Adam Cole did a
No,
little dirty one too, and
the
that's
the
fine.
it took Red Dragon to distract him
Yeah,
to beat him, which says Jay Lethal's just the psychology of it is that yeah, okay, if Adam Cole can beat him straight up, that would have proved Adam Cole was better. But Adam Cole needed his boys to come out and
right,
distract
right,
him
right.
because Jay Lethal was about to get that victory. I I I understand that psychology of it. I think we all understand that psychology of it. But yeah, we still would have wanted to see Jay Lethal at least
Yeah,
pick up this victory and it would have been it would have been cool, like I say, a meaningful victory on the TV show. That I don't think he's had, which I think he should have had by now. Like he should have had a victory. Swerve's had one, Keith Lee's had one. Not so I can't say that they not getting the opportunity. They are, but Jay Lethal should have definitely gotten one by now. Just him alone, he should have gotten one by now. There's definitely a couple of guys you could have put. You could have gave him a match to have on Rampage or something, and let him do his thing.
no, yeah, for sure. But hopefully, this is the start of seeing more of Lethal on TV.
Yeah,
And AEW
yeah,
and AEW does things like this. You would see a certain superstar on for months at a time, and then once they have a big blow off, you kind of see them go away, and then you kind of see people that you may have forgotten about or thought AEW's forgotten about come back into the fold. I.e., Britt Baker. I think she's gonna
yeah.
probably be gone for just a little bit. Kind of give her a little
Oh,
bit of
she'll be
time. But
back
then,
soon.
but yeah, of course she'll be back. So a couple weeks off with her, but then this would be perfect time to fill that spot with a Jay Lethal or somebody else who ain't been on TV in a while. And then
Yeah.
go ahead and cycle it how you cycle it. But nah, man, hey, Jay Lethal. First match in a while, at least on AEW regular television, anyway. Dude, hey, Adam Cole, I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it. You're starting to see Adam Cole quickly staking his claim back in that main event picture, this time in AEW.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Just continue to prove why he's good, and like I said, having a match like this with Jay Lethal, where there's definitely got to be a rematch, and Jay got to get that one up. When will
Yeah.
it happen? I don't know if it'll be anytime soon, but uh, definitely got to get a meaningful win on the TV. Next up, man, I guess we're gonna get Lance Archer versus Dustin Rose. I guess they don't have nobody for Archer to destroy and injure, so they're gonna, Cody's gone, so they gonna have the big brother get his ass whooped. So that's gonna happen on Rampage. Then we got Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti. They want to challenge old girl and someone else from top team. I kind of didn't care for this. Uh, I understand it because they got beat up when he lost the title, but at the same time, I kind of just didn't. I really didn't care for this little promo. It was what it was. Next up, man, we got Ricky Starks. Him and Swerve is going to have a match on Rampage for the FTW Championship.
That's
So we're gonna
gonna
get to
be
see that boy. We're gonna get
crazy.
we yeah man. We're gonna get to see that boy Swerve Strickland. He gonna go up against Ricky Starks. I know FTW championship isn't technically a real championship. It's just something Taz and them present for their group. It's going to be a good match. I don't think I want to see Swerve lose. I nor do I want to see. I don't think I have a problem with him winning. It'll definitely be something different if you want to try to make the championship mean something. But I don't know what the true meaning behind it would be, other than what it really stands for. But you kind of have to have a, I don't know, I guess a reason for the title. It has to feel important, and it doesn't feel important. Uh,
Right.
but other than that, great match. That should be a good match that we, I like Starks. We know what Swerve can do. I definitely want to see these two go back and forth. Layla Hirsch, Red Velvet.
Yeah.
Layla Hirsch basically, Red Velvet's not bad. Layla
I
Hirsch
tried to
definitely,
tell you. I tried to tell you.
she's not bad, but still, she's not high on my list.
Hey
Layla Hirsch,
man.
man,
Hey
she
man.
she she
Hey,
she
look.
she put that book down on her.
She's straight out of your mama's kitchen. She's chefing
Man,
it up.
nah,
She's stirring.
she ain't chefing
She's
up
stirring
shit.
it up, man.
She ain't chefing up shit. Uh, Layla Hirsch, Layla Hirsch, I like Hirsch. I like Layla Hirsch. I like Layla Hirsch.
Yeah, I just do. She like a little female
It's
Kurt Angle, like a little pit
especially
bull.
now that she's on this heel turn. She's really, aggressive. She's really, what I'm saying. Hey, I like Layla Hirsch, man. So let her keep doing her thing. Her and Statlander,
Yeah.
they gonna work that out. Hirsch got the victory. Red Velvet, man. Man, she don't. Nah, she ain't there. Not for me.
Hey, bro, you got the people over here dead, just like me, man. He said she ain't cooking up shit.
she ain't cooking up nothing, man.
Oh
Man,
shit.
that cake fell in the oven, bro. That's all I got to say. Oh man, nah. But all right, so Jay Cargill. I thought they were going to announce who her 30th opponent was, but instead they just talked about her celebration. I need to know who the hell that she's gonna fight. Like, all right, it was cool the first couple of kind of weeks when they did it, but now it's like I really expected to hear, even if you ain't ready to do it until a certain amount of time, like maybe a week or two, but still, it's like, what are you waiting for? You already had a pay-per-view. She's not gonna have another pay-per-view for another month or so. So what are you waiting for, man? Let's 2 months actually. But come on, man. Who's she fighting? Who's gonna be this 30th? Just
Man,
just make it somebody. I mean, damn, just
I'm
make it
gonna tell
somebody.
you who the 30th is. I'm gonna tell you who the 30th is. Let me see. Sheeta.
No, she's fighting
No,
Serena
she fights
Deeb.
Serena Deeb.
Yeah, she
You
fighting
know
Serena
what?
Deeb.
I
And it
honestly
ain't
don't know.
Statlander. And it ain't
Nah,
Stat. And it ain't
this got to
Rosa.
be somebody who's super unexpected, like maybe like a Mercedes Martinez or like a fucking Jamie Hayter or something. Somebody that's not really doing nothing, because everybody else that you would think the usual suspects, they involved in some other shit.
Right. So, all right, man. I don't know, but I'm ready to hear who this 30th ass whooping gonna be. Uh this, like I say, this Friday, man, we're gonna get Swerve versus Ricky Starks. We're gonna get Lance Archer versus Dustin Rhodes. Nyla Rose is supposed to come back and wrestle. Hook is supposed to accept some certificate from QT Marshall, which I hope he just whoops his ass, and it is what it is. Darby Allin's going to face Andrade next week on Dynamite. FTR is going to face Billy's Kids next week. That's
Billy
just
Kid. Billy.
hey, that's what they call them, Billy's Kids. That's what I'm going to call them. And then next up, man, we got Thunder Rosa. She was going to come out, talk about her win, her victory. But of course, loudmouth of the South, the new loudmouth of the South, Vicky Guerrero. She came
Hey,
out
yo,
and basically
she
interrupted.
wilding too.
Yeah, she was too, man. Vicky was, she was in her excuse me bag, but
Like
Nyla Rose
Karen.
ended up coming out and attacking her from behind. Of course, taking her claim as being the new number one, which I'm not even sure she is the number one contender. But uh, definitely, definitely gonna see what comes from that. She's got a match Friday, so we'll see what they announce when that comes up. But then, of course, man, to end things off, man, we got Johnny Hungy, John Silver. I'm sorry, Adam Silver. I was about to say Adam Silver. Oh no, the commissioner of the NBA was fighting in a tag team match tonight, y'all. Uh, John Silver, Reynolds going up against Garcia and Jericho. Uh, a lot of shenanigans in this match because you had 2.0 or man, they're 2.0. I can't remember the individual names. They're not that important to me. Uh, but they were running around. Hager was running around. You had 10 and 5 running around trying to keep things in order, but they ended up getting kicked out because Jericho pretended like they jumped them. All in all, man, the numbers games got the best of them. Jericho and Garcia got the victory. Bro, what did you think of this, man?
Eh,
I felt the main event kind of fell flat.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna put a little respect on you just because it was Chris Jericho. But other than that,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This could have went on. Uh, you could have did
you could have
you
did
could have
this
did
top of
you
the second
you
hour.
could have did Cole and Jay Lethal as the main event. Like that could have
You
ended the
really
show.
could.
Like with that whole little segment of him walking away with the title, like that could have just ended the show. If there was one thing I would have switched, I would have switched that. I would have put the Jay Lethal and Cole at the main event, especially with the way that match went. I would have let that be the main event because it was a great match. It was people were liking it. Um, and then of course with Adam Cole talking shit, and then them jumping Page, and then taking the title after Jurassic Express come out, and then walking up the ramp with the title. Like that should have been the end of the show because you're promoting the champion. So that's what I instantly thought when once this match kind of started. Like it wasn't a bad match. Like it started off pretty hot. Like Johnny Hungy did this little Superman, Cesaro thing on the outside. It had his little bit of moments, but if I could, not saying foresight is, but just on a humble, I probably would have put Cole and Jay Lethal at the end anyway. Like, and
Right,
just like this was not a main event match. Like for me, I understand it's Jericho, but you could have started off the second hour.
yeah. But overall though, man, I ain't gonna be a sour grape.
No,
I ain't
man,
gonna.
I give the show a 3.5. Definitely a
Yeah,
3.5 for the night.
solid.
A four.
The highs definitely outweighed the lows. Tremendously.
Yeah.
A great, a great card by cable television wrestling standards for sure. I'm not mad at it. I mean, I was just being honest.
I mean,
You
hey,
know,
man, yeah, hey, you ain't lying. You ain't
you
lying.
know.
You ain't lying.
Real quick, man. I don't. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But I don't know if
What's
he's
up?
free yet. But if not, man, free the homie Cain Velasquez, man. Free the homie, man.
Free the homie.
Free the
Hey,
homie.
man.
Hey, man. Look, if I was Cain, I would have popped Buddy too. But that's another
Hey,
story.
well, you
Hey, man, you heard they got R. Kelly singing to people on the phone in jail, though.
man, dude, no, we're sticking to wrestling business. We are not talking about R. Kelly and Vasquez. Leave them where they at. Leave their asses where they at. We are not talking about neither one of them two. No, no, no. Not even engage that. No. Look here, man. Me and the franchise
Yeah,
was talking.
yeah,
So we wanted, we gotta do something special for WrestleMania, man. We always gotta do something special for the big pay-per-views. So what we want to do, man, is something simple, something easy.
yeah.
We just gonna go through every WrestleMania, and we're gonna decide what was the best match of each WrestleMania, and not just because of some little silly gimmick. Like, what was really the best WrestleMania match? It has to be a lot that we're going to criteriate about it, but we'll get into that more after. But we just kind of want to put that out there. We're going to do it next week. It's not going to take us long, so it's something simple, something easy. We can do, kind of knock out. We got
Right.
enough stuff to do. We got enough stuff to record and get ready for once we get to next week. But we gotta do something special for WrestleMania week. So that's something we're gonna do for next week. So just kind of put that out there, and then yeah, man. I guess we'll see you guys when we see you guys, man. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll see y'all when we see y'all. I like that. Man. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, as always, man, it's an honor and a privilege to do this, my boy. And since this is all things AEW, this his time, man. I'm gonna let him sign off.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, man, it's your boy, man, the King, Too Cold, man, hanging out with the Hood Tribal Chief, man, the franchise. And again, man, it was Wednesday night. It was dynamite. It was another great show. We enjoyed it. Can't wait to see Rampage. Can't wait to see what's gonna happen next week. We'll see you guys Friday. And yeah, man. Until then, man. Peace.